Winter wind howls through a small village. A young girl, Lila, walks alone, shivering. Her stepmother yells from the house window, "Get out! I don't want you here." Snow falls heavily as Lila stumbles down the path. She tries to light a small fire outside, but fails. Lila's small hands are red and numb from the cold. She thinks about her parents who passed away. Tears freeze on her cheeks. 9. A horse's hooves crunch the snow in the distance. A cowboy, James, rides slowly, noticing her. He sees her nearly collapse and immediately dismounts. "Hey, are you okay?" he calls out. Lila tries to speak but can't. Her teeth chatter. James gently lifts her into his arms. He wraps his warm coat around her. The wind slows, but snow keeps falling. James rides toward his small cabin by the river. Lila leans on him, almost unconscious. Inside the cabin, a fire blazes in the hearth. James places her near the fire. He brings her a blanket and warm tea. Lila sips slowly, her hands trembling. James watches her carefully, worried. He sets her by the fire to warm her feet. The cabin is cozy, wooden walls lined with pictures of family. James unwraps a scarf and covers her head. Lila whispers, "Thank you." James smiles, "You're safe now." She drifts to sleep, exhausted. Outside, the storm rages through the night. James checks on her quietly, ensuring she's warm. Morning sunlight pierces the cabin windows. Lila wakes slowly, confused. "Where am I?" she asks softly. James kneels beside her. "You're with me, you." She looks at his kind face, eyes wide. "I don't have anywhere to go," she says sadly. James nods, "Then stay here until it's safe." Lila smiles faintly, grateful. She begins helping with small chores around the cabin. James teaches her to feed the horses. She struggles, laughs. Snow continues falling outside, but the cabin feels warm. Lila begins sharing stories about her past. James listens quietly, offering comfort. They sit by the fire in the evenings, talking. Lila sketches drawings of the snowy landscape. James admires her talent. Lila starts James helps her mend her torn clothes. They gather wood for the fire together. Lila notices the quiet beauty of winter through the window. James tells her about his own childhood in the wild. They laugh together for the first time. Lila begins teaching James to read from her old books. Their bond grows stronger day by day. Outside, the snow begins to melt slowly. Lila helps with cooking meals, experimenting with new recipes. James notices her smiling more and more. They take short walks in the snow together. Lila learns to ride horses with James's guidance. She feels freedom and happiness she never had before. A letter arrives from her stepmother. James reads it, frowning at the cruel words. Lila tears up, but James comforts her. "They don't define you." Together, they prepare a small garden outside the cabin. Spring begins, melting the harsh winter snow. Lila plants flowers as James watches proudly. She writes a letter of her own to say goodbye to the past. James teaches her to shoot arrows safely. They enjoy a sunny day riding through the hills. Lila realizes she feels something more than friendship for James. James notices her hesitation, smiles knowingly. They share quiet moments, looking at sunsets. Lila confides in James about her dreams. He encourages her to follow them without fear. One evening, they sit by the fire, holding hands. Lila says, "I'm finally home." James whispers, "And you always will be." The camera pans outside. The cabin glows warmly against the snowy mountains, symbolizing love, warmth, and new beginning.